Hello everyone, so I'm here this evening to do my next video in the series of my Mayan day signs. So today I'm on number 11, so that's the monkey or Chuen sign. It's the 11th sign in the Mayan calendar. Right, so I always give a little bit of background before I start. So the Mayans were an ancient civilization from Mesoamerica. They lived and still lived. Here we go again, another pop-up. They live and still lived. Hate pop-ups, hate pop-ups, hate pop-ups. So they live in today's Mexico and Central America, Guatemala area. They're known, the Mayans, for their excellent knowledge of astronomy and mathematics. But their culture was very much destroyed by religious fanatics and the Europeans coming in. But we have managed to piece together a lot of the facts that we've gotten from surviving indigenous people, manuscripts, inscriptions. The Mayans are studied by archaeoastronomers, ethnoastronomers and anthropologists. The difference between Mayan astrology and Western astrology is that Western astrology looks at the astronomical cycles and the planetary alignments, but Mayan astrology interprets time in blocks, in blocks of time in cycles. So the Mayan system is a series of groupings of days, most important being the 260-day Zolkin calendar, which is 13 days attributed to each of the 20 day signs, which I'm about to talk more about in a minute. I think I'm going to move along. I don't really need organising. Nope, moving on. So the day sign, that's the most important thing really in your reading. So the day sign divides the year into periods of 20 days. So it goes in a cycle. So the first Mayan sign is crocodile, and then it goes all the way through to sunlight at the end, and then it goes back to crocodile. So it's in a cycle of 20 days. Okay. So each of the 20 days have their own sign that reveals important information about them, like their destiny or their personality, your life mission, your strong and your weak aspects, reminds you of your spiritual essence and your personal mission for this lifetime. So the Trikana, which I mentioned earlier, is the most important of the lot. It is the 260-day astrological calendar, which means each of the 20 day signs has 13 days that vibrates at that number, vibrates at that day sign. So the crocodile has 13 days, and then it will switch to wind, and then there'll be 13 days dedicated to wind, and so on. So when somebody has a reading, they're given a day sign, which is the day they were born, but also a sign that shows that the period that they were born within. For example, I'm a road day sign or ebb day sign, but I was born in the serpent Trikana, so I'm a road serpent. Okay, so I have elements of both within me. The day sign is the most important element of me. That's like 75% me. That's the foreground of a picture, like right up front. That's who I am as a person. And then the Trikana is kind of the background of the picture. It's 25% you. It's like little elements you bring in from your Trikana sign. So 75% day sign, 25% Trikana sign. The galactic tone you will also get in your reading. You will get your day sign, your Trikana sign, and whatever number is in your galactic tone. I'm a road serpent 8, so my galactic tone is number 8. And I will do more videos on the galactic tones, but I want to get through all the day signs first. So the galactic tone reveals the relationship between you and the divine plan. The tone is more like a mission given to you, like an added mission that adds to your day sign. And it's also the energy that you radiate to others, society and the universe. So part of your day sign, which is really, really important. So your day sign is your most important, but as part of your day sign, you have a past, a future, and a masculine and a feminine side to your nature. And this is all linked to your day sign, or linked to the monkey Chuen day sign for the purposes of this video. So the past and future destiny signs, these help you with your spiritual evolution. So your past was about how you developed from a child, and your so which stops at around 12, 13 years old. So you're under the influence of your past sign till you're about 12 or 13. And that's like the beginning of your evolution in the day sign. And around about your 40s, you start feeling your future sign, which is your future evolution, where you need to be going towards. And that sort of is a new mission that starts to creep into your psyche around your 40s. And it's the route to your spiritual development, and you need to understand and realize this sign. That's why I'm doing these videos at the end of the day. So your masculine and your feminine sign is what you show on a day-to-day basis. So your masculine sign is what you show to people that aren't so close to you. So your boss and your colleagues and your friends that aren't so close might see your masculine sign. It supports your day sign, basically, and it's the way you express yourself to the world. So people that aren't so close to you will see this side of you, your masculine side. But people that know you intimately, like your close friends and family, they would know you more by your feminine sign. That's the sign that you show at home. So the masculine's your outgoing, your external, your active, outside, professional style, and your feminine is your intimate day sign. You wouldn't necessarily show that element of yourself to the world. It's more that you have that and you keep it in the family, if you know what I mean. So you can imagine that your colleagues at work see a different side of you than your family does. We all kind of know that, don't we? So other elements of your reading that I don't want to go into too much detail on, but I will do future videos on, are the Lord of the Night, repeating 9-day sequence, which gives you a little bit of knowledge into your hidden motivations, like numerology, soul urge, and tells you a little bit about your dark side. But again, I'll do a video on that. Then there's the solar years, where the years are grouped into 54 cycles. And each year in the cycle offers its own special quality, but because it lasts over a whole year, and you would imagine everyone in that year will have that quality, it would be quite a background quality, if you know what I mean. But it is reflected in your personality and character. It's like adding herbs to a meal, you know. Phase of Venus, the same. The year is split into 4 main periods, and the phase in which you're born offers insights into your values and your role in society. So these are all like added flavors of you, but they're not the main part of your reading. The direction that that this sign goes towards is to the west. So the monkey sign is all about cooperation, subjectivity, working together, communicating with others, you know, very cooperative, communicative sign. Moving on. So the Mayan name for the monkey is Bats. But, you know, everyone pronounces that differently, but I just pronounce it Bats. If you have any other pronunciations, please let me know. Chuen, it means monkey or master. The element associated with the monkey side is water. And again, as I've just said, their direction is west. And other signs within your group, or I call them the blue group or the west group, are eagle, storm, knight and deer. So these are people that you would be very compatible with, but you'd also be compatible with and learn a lot from the red group as well, so the opposite side. So have a look at them as well. Okay, so your abilities and interests, if you are a monkey Chuen day sign. You love theatre, you love acting, you love performance, you love the stage. So if you're a monkey, you have an innate love of the stage. You love social situations, you love entertaining people, you strive to be recognised for your performances. So you could be an actor, an acting coach, seek out careers in the arts, or anything where you perform for others, even a newsreader, a musician, a salesperson, even teachers perform for other people. Very creative, very intelligent, self-motivated, with a gift to motivate other people, where I think teaching would be a good thing, as well as acting and anything else you choose to do. Natural leader, so you could lead a group of kids any day of the week. But that, you know, I've said teacher, but teacher is only one of the many careers that the monkey could take. You prefer to be a leader or to work on your own, to be independent, very witty, very intellectual, very learned. original and useful ideas, communicative, curious. You learn fast, but you do enjoy playing the field a bit, and you can be a bit irresponsible and sometimes a bit childlike. I've seen that in quite a few monkeys that I know. Personality, very dramatic, very demonstrative, very, hi everyone, it's me. You spread happiness and optimism, constantly advertise your good qualities, which people can find attractive, but they can also see you as a bit of a show-off as well. Confident, self-assured, you care greatly how others perceive you. So you present an image to others, which isn't necessarily always the real you, but you present an image. A great sense of humour, you love to be the life of the party. You don't want others to feel inadequate, but you do make people feel inadequate because of you got such a strong personality. But you know, you can be overbearing. You don't mean to be, and you really hate it when someone tells you are being overbearing, but because of the strength of your personality, you can sometimes be a bit overbearing. You attract attention. You're very sociable. You've got a light and cheerful character. You make people laugh. You're very multi-talented, jack of all trades, but you can sometimes consider yourself better than others. You need to guard against that. You express yourself well. You're very loving, very sensual, very loyal. Because you're quite leery, some people could maybe think that you're not so loyal, but you have the potential to be very loyal, even though you're very fun-loving and social and gregarious. Romantic and loving. Your marriage has the potential to last for many years. But before you commit, you are a bit of a field player. You're a bit of a player. So if somebody manages to get you to commit, they've done an amazing thing, because the monkey does like to play the field quite a lot. But once the monkey does commit, the monkey commits, and their marriage will last. Their relationships can be a bit distant at times, but they have a very, very high sex drive, so that area of the relationship wouldn't be an issue for them anyway. Negative, like I said, they can be a bit irresponsible, a bit careless. This irresponsibility and carelessness can lead you to be always being late, being unreliable, and maybe even lead you to addictions and situations that could not be good for your health. You struggle with commitment. It goes along with that irresponsibility theme. You can lack commitment, and it takes a while for someone to get you to commit. But when you do commit. You can be unfocused, scattered, disorganized, and, quite artistic, arty-farty. So you don't really want to be organized half the time. You struggle to solve your own problems, struggle to keep focused, and, patience isn't something you're good at. Perseverance and keeping on a job and working hard and keeping going. You can get fed up and just flounce off a lot of the time. You can get stuck on details, so you need to ensure that you keep looking at that larger picture. Again, you can be overbearing, and this could cause you to struggle to form personal relationships. And as you've got quite a high sex drive, especially in the beginning times, you might be a bit promiscuous and non-committal in your relationships. You must be aware how you come across to others at times. And when you're out of balance, you can be very insecure, boastful at times. You don't want to be one of those people that shows off, and you can be a bit of a show-off. Self-important, irresponsibility, neglecting your duties, and you've got to balance your personal interests with time with your loved ones, and not going off and doing your own thing all the time, because it will affect your relationships badly if you don't make time for your loved ones. So as I mentioned earlier, we have a feminine and masculine sign, and a past and a future sign, and these are all linked to our day sign. Okay, so the masculine sign, this is what you show to the world. Okay, so this is what your boss sees. This is what your not so close friends see, or people that only know you on a surface level. So they will see the element of you that is creative, very much the go-getter, because your masculine side vibrates at the serpent, very energetic number. So this is what your boss and your friends, people that weren't so close to you, this is how you vibrate to the outside world. This is your activity, your extrovertness, for want of a better word. Constructive, creative, you set goals you like to achieve. Again, you bring that natural performer, actor, entertainment energy into your external. You know, that is who you are as a person, but you show that to the world and to people that you're not so close to. You don't mind who you show that entertainer side to you, you know. You're a showman, you know. Leadership comes naturally, so at work you could slip really well into leadership positions. You're physically and mentally strong. You'll stand up for yourself and you'll stand up for a cause. You know, you're not going to be the one to run away and hide if somebody has a difference of opinion to you, and you will fight your corner. You know, you're a very strong person. Strong intuition, high spiritual potential. So if you want to be a spiritual person, you have that ability and potential to be intuitive and spiritual. Very interested in reading and science. You like psychology, you like understanding people and listening to people. Excellent counsellor, and that's what you bring to others. So you could be a leader, you could be a counsellor, you could be a therapist, you could be an actor, you could be a scientist. You know, you're thoughtful, you're intelligent, you're well informed. As your day sign is, you're fascinated by sex and the physical side to it. Very good at transformation and bringing in the new, which bodes well in the external. You want family union, and people see you as a family person. You can build strong relationships with colleagues and your boss and people in the outside world. But you do put your loved ones first, like anyone would. You have charisma, so when you talk to people, they see charisma within you. So you get on with people well, and you know, you have quite a lot of sex appeal, so the girls or the men might like you depending on your sexuality. You have followers, more so I'd imagine if you're an entertainer, but you are good at getting people to follow you. You affect others deeply, always ready to listen, that's the counsellor within you. Strong-willed, assertive, powerful, that's the leader within you. Very creative. You love creative environments, so you would be quite happy in an environment that wasn't overly flexible, that was overly flexible, you know, that doesn't like stick to timescales and routines too much. You like, you know, the freedom to be a bit laissez-faire, if you know what I mean. You're very passionate, very warm, very emotional, attentive, empathetic, compassionate, great around people, builds strong relationships and puts loved ones first. So you're very much the confident, outgoing socialite when you're at work with your colleagues or with people that don't know you so well. But when you're at home, you're a little bit more calmer. You know, your family see you as more of a thinker. Your people that know you really well, like close friends and family, they see you as very mentally active, very intelligent, quite rational and logical, more so than what you show to the world. Practical, very independent. You don't necessarily need your family to help you with anything. Very much an engineer and a strategist when you're at home. So in the external, you're very much the performer, the communicator, the leader, the charismatic communicator. But when you're at home, you're very much the thinker, the strategist and the engineer. You like new solutions, like your day sign, very liberal and progressive. So you'll be a liberal parent and you'll have a liberal household. Progressive, not necessarily very traditional in your ways when you're at home. You're very much the thinker, very abstract in your ideals, but very practical as well. So very insightful and practical when you're at home. You like to have a laugh with friends and family, but very strong opinions like your day sign. Stubborn, won't be told what to do, so you're not going to be told what to do by friends and family. Reader, keeper of the status quo, less about change when you're at home, more about calmness, more about serene rationality, which is very, very different to how you are in the external, which is interesting. You can be a bit inaccurate in your judgments at times, make poor choices sometimes, but again, like your day sign, you like to work by yourself and you're very independent, so you wouldn't necessarily be always you'd like time alone when you're at home, and you wouldn't always be wanting attention from your family, but you would be noticeably calmer, more rational, more practical, more independent, and more of a strategist when you're at home. And that's how your family and close friends will see you. Your past sign, so when you were a kid up to about the age of 12, 13, so you would have been really good. You would have probably been in trouble for talking a lot in the classroom. You would have been good at writing, so good at English. Express your feelings well in the positive and in the negative. So you could have been quite good at expressing your emotions and letting people know how you feel when you were at school or at home as a child. Full of creative ideas. You would have loved art. Art and writing would have been very much your thing as a child. You'd be very much a thinker as a child, like you are at home, and you would be at home a lot as a child, but even at school you'd be very much the thinker, the calmer one, like you are at home, potentially psychic, spiritual balance and calmness. So you would have been a very calm, quiet thinker child, which is very different to how your colleagues and boss would see you in the real world now. They'd be really shocked at how different you are. You'd be very into the physical security of the home. Another pop-up, really? You'd be very into the physical security of the home, with a love for building structure and security. And you'd be quite a home bird when you were a child. So you would have enjoyed the emotional security of being at home. Very interested in science and occultism, magic, astrology, so you might have been a bit of a reader and a researcher into these subjects. You would have been a lot more organised as a child, good with practical matters like your intimate side is, or your introverted side. You need to feel in control. That's your leadership creeping in. You're still a natural leader when you were a child, problem solver, very much so. You always loved to travel and go different places. You loved history. You would have liked studying history as a child. Very young looking, but you would have been young. A natural poise. You would have liked instructing others, leading others, helping others, having others listening to you. You like to write. So you've always been that counsellor. You've always been that communicator. And you were like that as a child also. And you do love your home when you were a kid. So very different to the masculine sign you show now as an adult to the world. A lot calmer, more of a thinker than you show now in your masculine side to the world. So your future sign, so this is what you need to be developing more towards as you get older. So you'll be getting more of the energy of the youthful talkativeness again. So less of a thinker as you move forward in your life, more of a talker, more restless, friendly, helpful, compassionate. So more towards social, more towards others, very protective of others, very nurturing, very much more of a concern for other people. So as you develop in your life, you'll turn away from the performance side of your nature and the look at me side of your nature and go to more towards helping, nurturing, teaching, protecting other people. Very talkative and restless and very social, but more about helping others, concern for the welfare of others. You've always been a good learner. You will continue to be a good learner as you get older. Always been interested in the deeper meanings of life, religion, spirituality, philosophy. This will continue as you get older. Always been the teacher and the counsellor. That's gone all the way through your life. And as you mature, you will still be that teacher and counsellor, and you will still be called upon to be that teacher, that counsellor. You have a technical aptitude. I mean, you show that technical aptitude a little bit in your introverted side when you're at home. So you do have a bit of a technical aptitude that you show more when you're at home normally, but that is part of your future. So part of your future is to become a little bit more technical, bit more respectful of tradition, imitating, not innovating, because, you know, your day sign is very much about new ideas. So as you get older, you might be more about imitating than innovating. Still got that strong intuition that comes from your day sign. But you'd be great working with children as you get older. So if you're a monkey day sign, and you're feeling your future sign, work with young people could work really well for you to help you evolve as a person. So I hope you've really found my video on the Mayan day sign monkey really useful today. As ever, if you've liked my video, please click that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and the bell beside it so you'll be kept up to date with all my latest content that I'm posting all the time. You can email me at katie@soulexplorer.net if you have any questions, or go to my website to look at any further information and my online aloe vera shop where I sell health and well-being products, home care, personal care, everything. You can get everything you want. And if you have any questions about the products that I sell, please email me. And I'm going to put in the description box links to my Facebook, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, and my Twitter. As ever, guys, trust the soul within you. If I can get the end of this video, trust the soul within you, and only trust your own perceptions in life while my screen goes nuts. So trust the soul within you. I'll see you soon.